From the heart of the Mediterranean, a civilization was born that would shape the world. This is the story of Italy, a tale of epic rises, devastating falls, and remarkable rebirths. Join us as we journey through millennia of history, art, and innovation. Our story begins not with emperors, but with shepherds on 7 hills overlooking the Tiber River. This was early Rome, a humble settlement that grew into a formidable republic. Driven by military genius and political savvy, Rome expanded its influence, conquering its neighbors and eventually the entire Mediterranean basin. The Roman Republic was a marvel of its time, with its laws, its senate, and its legions. But internal strife and the ambitions of powerful men like Julius Caesar led to its transformation. Entered the Roman Empire. Under emperors like Augustus, the Pax Romana, or Roman peace, ushered in centuries of unprecedented stability and prosperity. Majestic aqueducts, sprawling road networks, and grand amphitheaters like the Colosseum were built across the empire, testaments to Roman engineering and power. Roman law became the foundation for many modern legal systems, and Latin, the language of the Romans, evolved into the Romance languages we know today. Life in Rome was a vibrant mix of public baths, gladiatorial games, and bustling forums. But this golden age couldn't last forever. By the 3rd century AD, the empire was in crisis, plagued by political instability, economic woes, and constant threats from barbarian tribes on its borders. The mighty empire began to fracture. Emperor Diocletian tried to save it by splitting it into 2 halves, east and west. But the decline was irreversible. In 476 AD, the last Western Roman emperor was deposed, an event that traditionally marks the fall of the Roman Empire and the beginning of the Dark Ages in Europe. Italy was plunged into a period of chaos and fragmentation. Successive waves of invaders, Goths, Lombards, and Franks, swept across the peninsula. Cities shrank, trade collapsed, and the once unified territory shattered into a patchwork of competing kingdoms and cities. Yet, even in these dark times, flickers of the old Roman legacy remained. The Catholic Church, based in Rome, grew in power and influence, preserving classical knowledge and acting as a unifying cultural force. Monasteries became centers of learning, painstakingly copying ancient texts. As we move into the Middle Ages, a new power structure emerged. In the north, independent city-states like Venice, Genoa, and Florence grew wealthy through trade with the East. They became bustling centers of commerce and banking, governed as In the south, the Kingdom of Sicily saw a unique fusion of Norman, Arab, and Byzantine cultures, creating a brilliant, multicultural society. This period was marked by constant conflict, with city-states, the Pope, and foreign powers, all vying for control. Yet, it was this very competition and wealth that set the stage for Italy's next great chapter. And what a chapter it was. The Renaissance. Beginning in 14th century Florence, this rebirth was a cultural explosion that looked back to the glories of ancient Greece and Rome for inspiration. Wealthy patrons like the Medici family sponsored artists, architects, and scholars, fueling an unparalleled creative outpouring. Think of Leonardo da Vinci, a true Renaissance man, painting the Mona Lisa and dreaming of flying machines. Imagine Michelangelo lying on his back for years to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling, or sculpting the magnificent David. This was an age of genius. Brunelleschi designed the awe-inspiring dome of the Florence Cathedral, a feat of engineering not seen since antiquity. In Literatura Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy helped standardize the Italian language, while Machiavelli's The Prince revolutionized political thought. Scientists like Galileo Galilei challenged long-held beliefs about the universe, peering through his telescope and changing our place in the cosmos, despite facing persecution for his ideas. The Renaissance spread from Italy across Europe, fundamentally reshaping art, science, philosophy, and how we view humanity itself. However, Italy's cultural brilliance did not translate into political unity. The peninsula remained a divided battleground for the great powers of Europe, like France and Spain. For centuries, Italian lands were controlled by foreign rulers, but the spirit of a unified Italy, an idea that harkened back to the days of Rome, was slowly rekindling. The 19th century brought the Risorgimento, or resurgence, a powerful nationalist movement to unite Italy. Led by charismatic figures like the idealistic Giuseppe, the cunning statesman Camillo di Cavour, and the heroic general Giuseppe Garibaldi, the dream of a unified nation began to take shape. Through a combination of diplomacy, political maneuvering, and daring military campaigns, the various states of the peninsula were brought together. In 1861, the Kingdom of Italy was proclaimed, with Victor Emmanuel II as its first king. Rome finally became its capital in 1871, completing the unification. The newly formed nation faced immense challenges. There were deep economic and cultural divides between the industrializing north and the rural, agrarian south. Italy's journey into the 20th century was turbulent. The country suffered huge losses in World War I, and the post-war turmoil gave rise to Benito Mussolini and his fascist party. Mussolini's alliance with Nazi Germany led Italy into the disaster of World War II, leaving the nation defeated and devastated. But once again, from the ashes of war, Italy was reborn. In 1946, the Italian people voted to abolish the monarchy and establish a republic. With help from the Marshall Plan, the country experienced an economic miracle in the 1950s and 60s, transforming into a major industrial power. Italian design, fashion, and cinema gained worldwide acclaim. Brands like Ferrari, Fiat, Armani, and Versace became global symbols of style and quality. Directors like Fellini and De Sica captivated audiences everywhere. Today, Italy stands as a testament to its incredible history. It's a modern, vibrant democracy and a founding member of the European Union. Tourists flock to see the ruins of the Roman Forum, the art of the Uffizi Gallery, and the canals of Venice. But Italy is more than just a museum. It's a living, breathing culture that continues to innovate and inspire. From its world-renowned cuisine to its leading role in fashion and design, the Italian legacy endures. The story of Italy is a powerful reminder of civilization's capacity for greatness, its vulnerability to collapse, and its incredible power of rebirth. It's a history that is not just Italian, but a vital part of our shared human story. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through Italian history, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about the civilizations that shaped our world. See you next time.